Hi, Nick Osborne with the Personal Training Department Blueprint. Owners and training department managers, how you doing? You are over 16% of the way through the year. Are your numbers bigger than they were last year? Now we're starting to see the economic situation in the U.S. actually improve slightly. So we started working with clubs, and our clubs this year are doing really well compared to last year. We're seeing 20% increases or more from our training department at almost every one of our clubs. So if you're not doing those type of numbers compared to last year, you need to make some changes. Remember, you can't be doing the same thing you did last year and expect tremendous and different results. So what do I suggest? Start implementing some systems into your training department. You can either give it a complete overhaul or start by implementing just one thing, but you've got to start making some changes and some improvements. But you got to put in some systems that you can rely on, because systems allow you to check quality, track results for everybody that's in the process, whether it's the client or the trainer, and you're going to know what's going on in your club, and so will everyone else. Imagine having systems in place where your salespeople can actually sell training because they know what's going on. The rest of your staff, your smoothie people, your maintenance people, they all know what your training department's all about and what it does, and can have conversations with other people. Same thing with your clients and potential clients. They have a system in place so they know what's going to happen, why it's going to happen, and when it's going to happen. Now, so far, I've only found two problems with implementing systems. First, where do you get them? You can either start designing these systems on your own now, or if you're smart, you can go buy a system that's already been proven and that fits with your training philosophy or fits with your business philosophy. You want to also make sure that this system is going to work well with other systems that are in place. If you're not doing a complete overhaul, you're going to implement one system at a time, like a sales and marketing system. Make sure that the philosophy of that sales and marketing system also fits with your coaching system and your exercise system. The second problem with implementing a system is trainer kickback. Now this happens when you want to start seeing results from, let's say, a sales and marketing system or an exercise system in your club. The trainers automatically push back. And it seems like it's a lot more when it becomes the exercise system being implemented in a club. And I'm not really sure why, because every other profession always has systems in place for everything that they do. Now, if you look at the most successful training gyms or centers or even personal trainers in our industry, they all have some sort of system in place or training philosophy in place that allows them to know what to do, and they follow a system. It might be NASM's OPT model. There's P90X certified people now, CrossFit, and I don't care whether you agree with the exercise system or not. Because there's an exercise system, people believe in it, and trainers can implement it. Some of the kettlebell certifications actually write out the workouts and have people implement them. Our personal training department Blueprint also has an exercise system. Or you might end up following some of the industry gurus' philosophies, like Alan Cosgrove or Rachel Cosgrove, Mike Boyle, JC Santana, Craig Ballantyne. Any of these people all have training philosophies that people follow and then implement and get some great results. And when you do this, you're going to make sure that you have a system in place that everybody can rely on. So your best trainers or the best trainers all have a philosophy or system that they follow. However, most trainers don't. And this is what doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, because most training departments need a complete system. That way there's no bad trainers. If you think about it as an owner, you probably have one trainer on your staff, if not more, that you wish wasn't on your staff anymore, that you really wouldn't recommend to train your mother. And if you don't have that person, if you wouldn't recommend that person to train with your mother, why are you letting them work on your staff and train your members? It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So you need to have a system in place that there are no bad trainers, where each trainer can train the elderly people. So someone in their 65s that's got a few health issues, we call that like a level 1 client, or somebody that's extremely overweight, all the way up to somebody who's nearly a fitness model. You want to be able to train all of those and have a system in place that allows every single trainer to be able to train those people. You want to have a system in place so trainers can get results. They can know when, why and how to change workouts to be able to deliver those results. Results are key in our industry. We have gotten away from measuring our clients and being able to demonstrate the results that we get because most trainers don't get results. If you have a club and you're the manager or the owner, I want you this week to go ask your trainers, when is the last time we measured all of our clients, and do we have a reference at the beginning? So did we do body fat at the beginning? Did we do blood pressure? Did we do a functional movement screen? Are our clients getting results? If not, the client knows it. They're going to fire you or fire the trainer, and then they're going to talk bad about you. So you got to get results. Now, I think that trainers, for the most part, when we start implementing systems, get caught up in 4 errors of thinking. And I'm going to go over those right now. One is if they follow a system that's prescribed by somebody else, which most of your trainers are either watching YouTube videos, or if they're a great trainer, they have a system. But if they start following a system, it's going to lose their creativity. And that's not really the case. If we provide the trainers an exercise system, whether it's any system, marketing system, sales system, or an exercise system, what it does, an exercise system that's pre-written, allows them to focus more on the client's individual needs. They take the system and modify it for the client. They actually get more creative, which is really cool because they can think up better exercises to insert at the appropriate time, as opposed to winging it all the time and not having a system, and the client just sees chaos. They also think that if everybody around them stinks, they're going to look good and they'll actually make a lot more money. The problem with that, again, is our trainers really think small when it comes to money in our industry. They think that paying their bills is a good amount of money. And also, it's not really true that if everybody around you stinks, you're going to make more money, because the potential client actually paints the entire training department with the same brush. So that really bad trainer actually gets all their bad qualities gets put onto the good trainer. So that's the reason why the penetration at most clubs is still between 3 and 5%, no matter what we do, except for the clubs that work with the personal training department blueprint. So you got to make changes, and you got to realize that you are guilty by association if you're a trainer. The worst trainer is who you're being judged by. Now, our third critical thinking error is if a trainer follows a system and they start getting results for people, those clients are going to be mad because the trainer wasn't following a system or getting results before. And that's really not the case. The clients are just concerned about getting results. So if you start implementing an exercise system tomorrow and start getting results for your clients in the next 30 days, I don't care if they've been training with you for 2 years. They're just happy they're getting results now. So let go of that, let go of your ego a little bit, and don't be afraid that getting results for your clients is actually going to be a bad thing for you. And finally, the fourth thing is trainers think that they're doing financially fine, so why should they change? And I don't get this at all, because most good trainers never really get ahead financially because they are limited by the amount of money that they think they should be making. Understand, we're in an industry that changes lives, and people are willing to pay a lot of money to have their lives improved. So most trainers, if they're lucky, are making, say, $30,000 a year, which would be a lot of money to most trainers. And they think that their bills are paid and everything's fine, but I'm telling the trainers, when we go into clubs, stop thinking $30,000. If you implement a system, you can actually double that or more. You can make $60,000, $75,000 a year working in a club without adding a ton of time to your or effort to your training time. So you got to really look at, is $30,000 what I'm really worth for what I do to people? If I had a system put in place that allowed me to double or triple my money, wouldn't that really be a benefit to me? And I don't know about you, but if a trainer doesn't think that if they added 10% to their time, implemented a system, and doubled the amount of money that they made and made for the club, they don't think that's worth it, you might have the wrong trainer employed at your club. Now, if you're a manager at your club or an owner of the club and you're not really happy with the amount of money that you should be making from your personal training department, or if you're a training club, you're not making the money that you should, I want you to click on the link below this video, and we're going to take you to our calculator page that tells you a conservative number that you should be making from your personal training department. And if you're not making that kind of money from your personal training department, click on the link that it sends you to, or that's on our webpage, to schedule a free 30-minute consult from us. It's no sales, it's just about what we can do or what you need to do to help you make the money you should be making. It's a quick form. I'll get back with you as soon as possible, and we can help you start making some changes right away to start making the money you want from your personal training department. So if you've got any questions, feel free to comment on this video or send me an email back, and I'll get back with you as soon as possible. So again, my name is Nick Osborne with the Personal Training Department Blueprint, helping you build a financially indestructible personal training department.